Yeah, it's Friday, September 23rd, 2022, and here's this week's balcony garden update. We're in the third week of September, and it looks like we finally got some cooler temperatures. And although it's supposed to warm up a little bit over the weekend, it's still a little bit brisk today. But here's today's update nonetheless. And although the gardening season is slowly starting to wind down, we still have nice onions here this year. Onions have been a huge success this summer. So here we have the jalapeno pepper plant. There's an jalapeno. We have one there. We have another bud over here. Kind of see that? Not sure how much more I'm gonna get after that out of this plant this year. There's that looked like tomato plant growing in there. And here's the milder Hungarian pepper plant. And you'll say, well, there's no peppers on it. Well, that's right. Doesn't look like there's any, but there is some budding here, and there is budding up here. So it looks like we are still going to get some peppers out of this plant. Just not sure how much longer we can keep these outdoors for. Oh, and I almost forgot the lemon plant. We always show the lemon plant. And as usual, it's just a bunch of leaves. Well, it seems the strawberry season was a few months ago, but over here it seems to be back. We've got strawberries again. As you can see, they're growing. Oh, look, right here. Image of that. There we go. So, late strawberries this year. So let's venture on over to my sister's place and see what's happening over there. So here we have this pepper plant. It's still got a pepper on it here, as you can see. And have a look, there's another one over here. Now it's starting to get cold out here a little bit. It's only about 5 degrees overnight here last night. It's a little warmer now during the day. We have a close look. You can see there's a pepper here too, and another one over here. And as the temperatures start to get cooler, because we are getting later into September, I don't know how long this plant can last, because hot pepper plants, or pepper plants in general, usually do need a lot of water and sunlight and heat, so we'll just keep an eye on it and see. And over here we have this pepper plant. You can see it's still got peppers growing on it. This is a really nice plant. This is the one I wanted to try and bring indoors and keep for the winter, because it's just been so successful. Look at this pepper here on this side. Amazing. This was a plant that I said looked like the late tomato, one of the late 2 tomato plants. Well, I'm gonna say that that was accurate, because it's got tomatoes on it. This was another late tomato plant here. As you can see, it's also got tomatoes on it. Now these crazy flat ones, they look like they're just about done. They do still have some tomatoes on them. Those need to be picked, because they're really low to the ground. So the choice is either pick them or let the animals just eat them. You can see it's still growing tomatoes, which is amazing. Now here's 2 more experimental late plants that we planted. And you can see there's a lot of unhealthy looking leaves on them, but we do also have a lot of healthy looking tomatoes. A lot of dried out leaves. That's probably from the end of the season as well. But for experimental late plants, we've definitely got lots of tomatoes on them. These plants were also indeed a success. Looks like an animal got to this one. Over here is the orange tomato plant. That doesn't seem like I've had orange tomatoes for too long this summer, but the ones I've gotten have been absolutely amazing. They are super sweet, they are delicious. As you can see, this plant has been a success as well. Got lots of tomatoes on it. So hopefully the temperatures will stay warm enough that we can get a little more production out of this season. Well, here we are, third week of September. As you can see, we've had a lot of success this year. The temperatures are kind of cool today. It's the first time we got really cool temperatures in September, but they're more seasonal like this than the warm ones that we've been having, so we've been lucky about that. Unfortunately, though, it was a slow start to the gardening season this year, so maybe that does balance out a little bit. I better hold on to my hat here. It's a little windy out here. So all in all, you can see the tomatoes have been a success, onions have been a success, peppers have been a success. So we'll just keep an eye on everything and how much more we get out of this season. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.